Okay, before we even get into the intro, there are several different things that I want to go ahead and point out. One, if you see me looking that way or reaching that way, I have a cup of tea right over there. Two, this is a wig. I did not feel like taking my hair out of the plaits that I had them in. Three, if you see me looking that way, I have a list as per usual because I tend to go off on tangents when I go ahead and practice my videos. Do I want this to be right here or do I want to move it? You know what? It's just going to stay right there for now. Now that we're up to speed, hello to the side and back. Welcome to Bubbly Toki. I am your host, Tokika Uzuru, also known as Toki, that is Loki but with a T, Toki. And today we're going to be talking about tips, tricks, and hacks that will help you on your journey to self-love or loving yourself, or, you know, what I talked about in the last video I did. A lot of the stuff that I put on the list, there's only 4 things on the list because I want these videos to be rather short. But a lot of it I have said in the previous video. Note to self, fake hair is itchy. So if you hear me get angry about the fact that I'm reiterating stuff that I've said previously, you know why. So we're just going to actually jump straight into it. I'm going to continue to look at the screen instead of the camera, and we're going to move on. Let me go ahead and grab my tea now. It's actually English Rose. Thanks, Ed Sheeran. All right. So number 1 is what I started it off with in the last video. It may take a long time for you to go ahead and get to the point where you actually truly love yourself. It's a journey. I think that's self-explanatory, but to go ahead and reiterate this, you don't really understand. I don't think a lot of people that have like self-confidence in something understand. So I'm going to continue to mess with this because I'm not liking the way it looks right now. And now it's just going to go behind my ear. But a lot of people don't understand that sometimes it's hard. It is really hard to go ahead and like the person that you see in the mirror, or be able to take care of yourself like, let's say, one of your friends would. I am noticing that I'm not in the middle of the frame and all you can see is me squinting. I personally am still on the journey to loving myself completely. But I'm a lot better than I was when I was younger. You know, growth, the huge. I'm actually looking outside right now. No, there's nothing there for me to look outside, but it's helping me with keeping on track. Although I just did go on a side tangent on me looking outside. We're just going to go ahead and go on to the next one before I make a fool out of myself again. Number 2. You will always and forever be your first and best friend. Which means you gotta treat yourself like you would treat your best friend. If you know you've been dealing with not so good people and you can cut them out, do so. You wouldn't allow your best friend to go ahead and deal with those type of people. You shouldn't allow yourself to deal with those type of people. You would go ahead and make sure that your best friend calls you when they get home. Check in with yourself when you get home, because not everybody is mentally or emotionally there when they get back. It's like, are you okay? Is there anything I can do to help? I know every time I get back home from spending some time away from home, like a couple of days at a time, I'm usually happy to be home because, one, I'm in a familiar territory. I am moving something right now because it's irritating me. There we go. It's moved. I feel comfortable. I've made a space in which I can go ahead and just decompress after having to deal with something or rather. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. And it's always a good space for me to go. I'm just gonna continue and move. And it feels good to have a place where you can go back to, where you can decompress. I'm doing it again. There we go. I'm just gonna continue to lean this way. Right. I'm not sure if you would be able to go ahead and tell this, but this is like my right hand. Why do I have to have it so heckin' close? I have I I have the zoom on to like 1.4. I'm not even sure why, but I think it's like, never mind. That would be number two. You are your first and best friend. You should treat yourself as such. Number three, where the tips, tricks, and hacks are gonna come in. Care for yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally. Care for your mental, physical, emotional, and if you feel like it, or if you believe in it, spiritual health. What does that mean? Keeping up with your hygiene, making sure you brush your teeth twice a day, making sure that you wash your face at least once a day, making sure you don't end up falling asleep with makeup on, making sure you actually get about 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. I am honestly working off of 4 hours of sleep and a normal amount of caffeine. Let's go. But again, it's also knowing that if you do this one thing, you're going to end up going into a downward spiral, so you don't do it. It's also keeping up with your physical health, whether that be going to the doctor for like a regular checkup or working out in the morning or whatever you think it's best for you for just about 30 minutes. 30 minutes of physical activity a day can go ahead and help you not. Okay. Why do I keep on starting every time I have to restart these videos or these parts of the video with okay? Well, I understand the whole breathing thing because it's like, get ready, you need to get ready. But the okay, it's not really necessary. More than likely, if when I get better equipment to go ahead and do this, I'll probably not have to do so many parts and pieces and wouldn't feel like I continuously change throughout the entire video, even though I am literally shooting the video in the same day, in the same hour. Hmm. That's not what we're supposed to be here for. Right. Care for your mental health, mental, physical, emotional and spiritual well-being or health. That was number 3. Number 4 kind of goes off on number 3. You time. You need you time. Oh my goodness. I know a lot of people work. Specifically, my sister has been telling me I can't have me time. I gotta work. And when I'm not working, I gotta rest. Take those times in which you're resting for yourself. If you do understand and if you do know that you got to go ahead and rest, then take the rest. If you want to go ahead and do anything that will help you with resting or rejuvenating, go ahead and do so. That's what you time is for. You time is for you. Stuff that you want to do. And in fact, it seems like I don't have enough me time in a day. I got a lot of stuff that I need to get to. In fact, I'm pretty sure after I finish this video and take off this makeup, I'm going to have to actually put on some real pants because right now I'm wearing shorts. And this is why most of my videos are just top up. And I gotta go. I gotta get stuff done. Laundry has to get done, man. But yeah, take some time for you. Whether that be taking time to meditate or cook for yourself or just rest. Do all of the hygienic check. Do a hygiene check. Do a medical check. Like, have I gone to the doctor? Have I gone to the dentist? Do I need to go ahead and go to a therapist? If the answer is yes, I am not liking the fact that I can actually see my teeth in this video, then go. I might actually get braces or Invisalign. I'm not sure. But I do like the fact that they're white. Yay. I've been using whitening toothpastes, but like, I'm not even sure how I'm supposed to go ahead and explain that. Oh my goodness. I use a whitening toothpaste and then I use a regular toothpaste. That's how it works. I take a small amount of time, usually about a week, to go ahead and do a whitening treatment. And then I go ahead and go to using regular toothpaste. I cannot speak English. There's something else that I wanted to go ahead and talk about that has this. Right. I may or may not be doing what is the best whitening toothpaste video. I may do that later on. This is how you know I've actually ran out of. Again, I only had 4 things on the list. And this video is already about that was 8 minutes. 12 minutes long. So that's about it. At least for the meat of the video, I've finished it. So let's recap. Number 1, remember that it might take a long time because it's a journey, and journeys usually do take a long time, so be prepared. You are your first and best friend, and you should always remember that. Treat yourself as such. Care for your mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual health. Whether that actually be doing the hygiene check or making sure that you work out at least twice a week. And then having you time, whether that actually be, again, the hygiene check, making sure that I like planning personally, so I guess planning. And just, take time out of your schedule to do things that you want to do. That's about it. We're going to go ahead and end it there. So, updates. 1, I will be doing more check-ins on my Instagram on how the 28-day summer sculpt challenge is going for me. I'll start with this one. The back of my thighs were really sore for the first 2 days and have actually not been sore today. So, yay. Today's Thursday, by the way. It's the day that I'm recording this. And that's just the first week. The first 3 to 4 days. I've done this before, but I don't think I felt this. I feel like there's going to be some sort of change afterwards. Um, Again, I am working on getting it's called an original. I'm working on the original song. Well, I'm not working on it. I gotta go ahead and practice it first because I gotta get the chords right. So be prepared for that one. My first original song that I'm putting out there. If you have any suggestions on more topics I can go ahead and talk about, or maybe if I actually get some people interested in like the story times that I have, you can go ahead and deal with that. And now for the stereotypical YouTuber intro. Intro, outro. Remember to like, comment, subscribe if you want to, if you have anything to say. Wow, that was quick actually. This has been Bubbly Toki. I've been Toki, and I'm gonna sign out.